All right, my friends, I'll give you another minute and then we'll discuss some answers. All right, so hopefully you guys got a chance to look at some of those questions and we're going to discuss them. But as I said, those are just a review, so when we do things like Socrative, it just kind of gives me an idea of where we stand on, what confuses you guys and how we're doing with certain things. So let's go ahead and look and see, and I'm going to try to share my screen, which is going to be very, very brave because this means I'm going to have on 3 programs on the same screen at one time. So let's try this. Okay, so you guys should see a copy of my screen and get that weird mirror effect. Is that correct? Okay, all right, because I'm going to switch to this screen. Do you see my Socrative now? Thank you guys so much for being patient with me here. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at these questions. I know some of us still didn't quite get to finish them, and that's okay. We'll start with the first one here. I want to conduct an experiment to find out whether listening to music helps students to study. I'm conducting an experiment with 100 students who will all take the same test after 60 minutes of study. 50 will listen to music while studying, and 50 will not. In the end, I will check their test scores and see who has the higher average. What is the independent variable? So let's see how we did here. 62% of us are correct in choosing listening to music as the independent variable. I am the person who's running the experiment. The independent variable is what I am going to choose. So the question there is, what is it that I'm sorry, not choose, I meant change. What is it I'm going to change so that I can cause an effect on the dependent variable, which would be the students that were chosen? Does anyone have a question on that? I know the independent variable is still a tricky factor. Annie says, yay, that's good. Anybody want to ask a question there? Make sure you understand. You're kind of confused between the independent and the dependent variable, Jada? Okay, so the independent variable is changed by the person who is running the experiment. They make a change with the intention of getting the dependent variable to have an effect because of that change. So the dependent variable will respond depending on the change to the independent variable. Does that make sense? So music is the independent variable because as the person running the experiment, I'm changing it. The test scores, according to my hypothesis, will depend on whether you have music or not. Maybe a little better. I know, I'm sorry. It's still a tricky thing. I apologize. We'll keep trying it. And if you and I need to get together, let me know. We can see if we can figure it out together. All right, number 2, a psychologist has learned of a mute student who has grown up without arms that has created her own way of communicating with others. He is interested in learning more about her condition and presenting it to others. What type of research will he do? So we have 4 choices. Notice, how many students are we looking at here? How many people? 1, right? We're looking at 1 person. Good. So we're not looking at a large group, which is going to narrow down what we do. And in this case, 79% of you got that it is a case study. Very nice. Yes. A case study is done with 1 person or sometimes 1 small group with the intention of presenting and teaching it to others. Sometimes you can learn and extrapolate things, but generally you're not looking at a large group. All right, 3, I am very curious to understand if there's a relationship between the number of hours students play video games and their test scores. During the school year, I am collecting information through surveys. What type of research am I doing? So I want to take a notice here. Am I doing this once? Hey, Ashley, we're going over the Socrative. Are we doing this once? Am I collecting information once? Long term. Good, Jada. So let's see if we got this correct. 59% of you got that it was a longitudinal study. Very good, because it is long term. I'm not collecting it at one period. I'm collecting it through the school year. No, Ashley, we are just reviewing, making sure we've got this information down. Number 4, which variable does the experimenter manipulate or change to cause an effect on the experimental subject? Hopefully by now that's a little bit easier to answer, right? Because we've talked about it. And 71% of you got that is the independent variable. So the independent variable, that's what the experimenter will manipulate or change. It does not depend on anything else in the experiment. So give me just a second. I'm going to do the, oh, you're welcome. I'm going to do the weird mirror screen. I apologize. Stop sharing. There we go. It's weird how it makes me do this. All right, so hopefully you're feeling a little bit better. Oops, sorry. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit better on whatchamacallit, on research terms. If not, let me know. I do have a, actually I think I have a Quizlet I can put out for you guys too, so you can practice with it and get more comfortable. So what are we doing today? Today we're going to move on. You feel that guy? Yeah, I know. We're going to be looking at the 2 new approaches, psychoanalysis and sociocultural. And we're going to think about the basic ideas and techniques used in psychoanalysis. And we're also looking at what a sociocultural psychologist would investigate. And last but not least, how do we apply these approaches? Now, I want to be very clear about something. Oh, I know, Ashley, I'm sorry. I feel like I want to make sure that you're clear that when you finish this class, you are not going to be a psychologist. You will not be able to diagnose people. Okay, I always have someone who comes back to me and says, you know, well, so-and-so thinks they can diagnose me. Sorry, I wish I was that good, but I'm not that good. But you should at least have an understanding and an appreciation of looking at things from different perspectives. Ashley, you would be surprised. You can't find that? Okay, Asher, send me an email and we'll find that for you. If you haven't done your Ed puzzle, that can be a part of it too. But today we shall be using the Google. The Google is Crowley approved, so you know it's a good thing to use. If you don't know who Crowley is, it's okay. He's from a show called Supernatural. Oh, you're welcome. All right, so the first thing you're going to use is a Google Doc, which I will send to you here. Now with this Google Doc, you can't write on it unless you make a copy of it or you download it. You like that, Jada? Unless you download it or you open it with Windows, or Word, I'm sorry. So you'll have to do it that way to use it. The second thing you'll be using are some Google Slides, and I'll put that copy also in the in here. It's supposed to not move unless you click on it. We'll see if that happens, but if you find it starts moving and you want to see the slide, just hit the pause button. I need your permission. Okay, Ashley, are you in your GCA Google account? Because you shouldn't need my permission unless you're not in your GCA Google account. That's okay. My mic is lagging. Is that better? Okay. Well, we'll have a moment to catch up here. So when you return, we're going to play a game called Stump the Teacher, where we're going to see if you can outdo me. So you're going to go up against me and see if you can win. All right, so I'm going to put 20 minutes on the board here for you guys to do some, maybe I'll put it on, who knows, we'll see. For you guys to work. Again, oh no, well, I'll stop talking in a moment. You will find out. Okay. You can't edit the Google Doc unless you make a copy of it or open it in Word. So you have to make your own copy to edit it. The Google Docs are for your personal gathering, not for grade. And Stump the Teacher, I will explain, but not yet. Andrea, you make a copy of the Google Doc. So if you go up towards the top, you should have options. It should be, maybe it's under File, because I wrote it, so it's not going to let me see it any other way. Choose Make a Copy, and then you can write on it because it'll be yours. Annie, you can open it with Word. You can download it as a Word doc, and then you can open it with Word that way. Any other questions? There we go. Got to get the recording going again. All right. Who is ready to try to stump the teacher? Give me a green check if you feel like you've got a chance at stumping the teacher. If you think you can take me on and take me down. I love these green checks that come flying up fast first thing, right? No, you got this. You got this, right? It is not due today, Jada. It was to help you gather information. You're a little confused? Well, let me explain how we stump the teacher. Okay, let's see if this helps a little bit. To play the game, Stump the Teacher. There you go, turtle for maybe, I like that. Oh, the worksheet, I'm sorry. We'll also be going through with the game will help you, so. You don't want to stomp me? I'd rather you not. Stump me is probably better. All right, so here's the way this works. If you're going to use your polling tools to answer the question, so there'll be options. And the way it works is if over half of you guys answer and over half of you are correct, you win the point. Okay, so there are 21 people in here, so we'll round up to 22. That means I need 12 or more people to have the correct answer and answering. Okay, and you can talk to each other. No, we'll round up. It's okay. You can talk to each other. So like if one person's like, oh, I know the answer, tell your friends, guys, it's this one because of this. Yeah, we can do this. That's right, Andrea, rally the troops. Stump me. That's right, Doug. There we go. All right, if I win, well, let's just say I'm due. I haven't won yet, but I have a feeling I can do it today. What do you think? Stomp. Uh-oh. Now, if you think that you're correct, then respectfully persuade your classmates. You guys can't see what you poll. It's not like in used to be where you could see what people are polling. So, for example, if you think it should be green check, tell your friends, I think it should be green check because of this. But if you don't agree, come back and say, nope, I would do, red X for this reason. Well, if you win, Asher, you get the joy of going to your mother and saying, I stumped my teacher. It's bragging rights. Are you guys ready? Yes, you can talk in the chat box. Absolutely. That one you got to ask your mom for. All right, here we go. Question 1. Your psychologist shows you this picture and asks you what you see. What type of psychologist are you seeing? Oh, I've got to clear out the feedback there. Okay. Is it green check, a psychoanalyst, red X, a socioculturalist, or turtle, a neurobiologist? So what kind of psychologist would be sharing this sort of item with you? Tell your friends what they should pick and why. Looks like Darth Vader. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and set a timer. I give 2 minutes to get the answer, and it takes me a little longer in the beginning, so you get a little extra time on this first question. So start talking. What would you pick? Oh, you're going to tell me what it looks like? I love it. All right, here you go. Tell your friends what they should be picking and why. Okay, so I've got, looks like some people are saying red X, some people are saying green check. Tell your friends why you would choose that. What would make you pick that? Or if you're a turtle all the way, what would make you pick turtle? Okay, so Jada's saying it's not neuro because it's not brain. It is on one of those slides. It certainly is. You know, slide 7 could be useful, huh? Oh, Kirsten. Okay, giving some ammunition to your friends. I like that. Okay, Andrea, and you seem to agree with Kirsten here. All right, Jada's agreeing too. I mean, Jada, sorry. Ooh, got lots of people. Okay, you're persuading people here, but remember, there has to be over half of you, and over half of you have to have the correct answer. We're running out of time here. 45 seconds. And Alexander, Andrea, Billy, Carliza, Christopher, Gabrielle, Kaylee, Michael, Rudy, and Sydney. Come on, friends. Give us an answer. That's right. Tell your friends. Green, check it. But remember, you don't have to agree with the group. You can always do your own thing. I don't want anybody feeling like they have no choice. Whoa, Kennedy's getting vicious. No, I'm kidding. No ice cream for you. Uh-oh. All right, here we go. Let's see what we said. Pardon me a moment. The feedback's taking its own sweet time to come up. We might get green stuff or not. Green checks. All right. There we go. Okay. So let's see how we did. Oh, sorry, guys. Am I back? Okay, good. All right, we had 16 people respond. There may have been more, but it cut me off there. And 100% of you said green check, and the correct answer is green check, a psychoanalyst. Whoop, whoop. This would be what's called a Rorschach test or ink blot test, where they ask you what you think you see. A green Japan flag. And what did you guys see? I saw a few people say Darth Vader. What else did we see here? Anybody want to share? Darth Vader platypus, okay. A bull, I'm guessing it's a bull skull. Okay, looks like a bell, like that. All right. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and clear out because I just saw what time it is. So I want to see if we can get through at least 2 more. So let's see if we can do a cookie monster. I like that. All right, number 2. Herbie is our fictional psychology friend. We're going to see a lot of Herbie. Herbie's just a little character I created, and he has a lot of psychology problems. Herbie, our fictional psychology friend, loves the show Supernatural. Since he has started watching it, he's convinced he's seen ghosts and spirits and is afraid to go into a darkened room without a flashlight, salt, and video camera. Well, that's just common sense, right? Which psychologist would be most interested in how Herbie is affected by this TV show? Is it green check, a neurobiologist, red X, a psychoanalyst, or turtle, a socioculturalist? All right, so let's go ahead and put that timer up. There we go. All right, what would you tell your friends to pick? Turtle is socioculturalist. So it's green check, neurobiologist, red X, psychoanalyst, or green checks, socioculturalist. All right, so Andrea's got a suggestion of why you should pick sociocultural, which is the turtle. What do you guys think? If you have a differing opinion, feel free to share. You may change minds, who knows? Tortuga. All right, counting down these last 47 seconds here. Maybe we can hear from, get an answer from Alexander, Billy, Christopher, Jaden, Kaylee, Kennedy. Oh, there's Kennedy, pop that up. Michael, Rudy, and Sydney. What do you guys think? Okay, Kirsten's saying it's sociocultural, development from the environment. Annie, also sociocultural. Okay. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Jada's thinking it could be X's, it looks like. All right. Yeah, what do you see, Jada, that says psychoanalyst? Well, I actually, class has technically got to end, so I've got to stop where we are here really fast. But we'll play the rest of this next class, I promise. But really quickly, okay. Excuse me. What we got was, first of all, we did have over 12 people answering, so congratulations, you got that part. And we had 12 people with the purple response of sociocultural, and the correct answer is socioculturalist. So I'm going to give it to you guys, even though I can't believe you want another one. And we will finish up the rest of these questions tomorrow because it is 2:05 on the dot. So we'll finish up our questions, then we'll start a new set of approaches. Not tomorrow, the 6th period. I'll see you Thursday. You're welcome. Thank you for class. I'm sorry to be like, now run.